If you're thinking about making cutting boards, you probably are going to have this happen. Let's say you just took this glue up out of the clamps and you scraped off the glue squeeze out and you put it down on the counter and this happens. You got a major wobble in your board, which tells you that the bottom is not flat. Now, if you had a giant expensive joiner, you could probably fix that. But what if you don't have a giant expensive joiner? Even the other side has a wobble. It's less of a wobble, but still a wobble. So here's one trick that I've seen a lot of people do. If you've been working on a cutting board, you're gonna have these cutoffs. Now this is what I cut off after I clamped it up and I squared up the edges. Now obviously all of these are various widths, and that's what I want because I want to have options for how thick I need them to be. So what I'm gonna do with this wobble is I'm gonna find a thickness that will hopefully take that wobble out. Let's try that one. Still a little bit of wobble. Let's try the next one up, it's a little thicker. That one took the wobble out 100%. So I want this one. So now that I established where I'm going to take that wobble out, I'm going to leave it right there and flip it back over. I'm going to use a little bit of glue here. I'm using Starbond. Throw some accelerator on it. It'll dry in 10 seconds. And now it's ready to go through the planer. If you're new to using the planer, you might think that running a crooked board through it is going to flatten it out, but that's not necessarily true. A planer is designed to make both faces parallel to each other. So if you have a twist in your board, it's going to make it nice and smooth, but it'll keep that twist in it, and by the time you're done, you'll have a smooth, twisted board. So let's send it through with the patch and see what happens. So if everything went well, you should be able to put the side opposite of where you glued the patch on. You should be able to put this side down and there should be no wobble left. Looks good. Hopefully now I'll be able to take this off. Yep, not too bad. So now I should be able to run our new flat face down through the planer, flatten out the other side, and keep flipping it and have a nice straight cutting board. All right, so that is one way to get twist out of a cutting board, so you have a nice flat surface at the end so it doesn't wobble on the table. This is the finished product of the board I was working on. If you like these kinds of boards, make sure you check out the link in the description to my Facebook business page. I got some options down there for you. Otherwise, as always, don't be afraid to be a doofus. Bye.